Hey, hey, hey. It says we are live. If you guys can hear us, somebody put something in the chat now that we're live. I know Jerry's out there. Say hi, Jerry. Hey, there's Joe. So, Video Joe, how's Regina doing tonight? Hope she's feeling better. Doing okay. And we got 4 people in here. So, I guess while we're letting people get in here, do we want to talk about the weather? St. Louis flooded like crazy last night. If you guys have seen any of that, she says she's not feeling any better. That's not good. Well, I hope she recovers quickly. But yeah, I saw HD Vibe posted some pictures or somebody did about some of the flooding in St. Louis and stuff. And he said he had like a 20-foot wide creek flowing through his yard this morning. So St. Louis took it pretty hard. Good evening, Riding Fish. There's D Money. All right. Well, I guess we got 7 people in here. We will start talking about the benefit. So, for those that don't know, in case anybody's new, which I don't know how you haven't heard because we've been shouting it from the rooftops, but we're doing a benefit for Aiden Green. And I guess we started this. You started this 6 months ago?
Over 5 months ago.
Over 5 months ago, Firecracker decided she wanted to do a benefit for Aiden. We met Aiden last year. We helped do a benefit for Aiden last year because he had cancer, but we were already started and committed to one for another little boy in the community with cancer last year, James Pax. And we found out about Aiden after we'd started that. So we went and helped with a different benefit that our friends put on for him later in the year. And we got to meet him. He got to go for a ride around the parking lot on Shine's 3-wheeler and stuff. And she decided this year she wanted to do a benefit for him. So,
and it was mainly because he wasn't doing good. We knew
we knew 4 or 5 months ago he'd been fighting for almost a year and wasn't doing real well. So you want to tell everybody kind of how the last couple months or last month has gone? Or do you want me to do
it? Like as far as the benefit?
Changing his status and where we're at now.
So basically the last month his mom put out a post that they were sending him home on hospice. It wasn't even two weeks ago, was it? 3 weeks? Maybe
3 weeks ago.
But so yeah, it just kind of started deteriorating more. So they ended up putting him on hospice and he died last Thursday. So
his
he got his his dreams were to become TikTok famous and to meet Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs. Both of those wishes came true. He got to video chat with Patrick Mahomes. He became TikTok famous. And then I have to say, Mahomes, actually, when we went to the visitation, I didn't even realize it. I didn't look, but Mahomes' family sent a huge bouquet of flowers with one of the Kansas City Chiefs' hands in it and other, things. So
that was actually, the visitation was last night. His funeral was today. It's came pretty sudden. We knew he wasn't doing well once they took him off the experimental treatment and put him on hospice, but we hadn't heard anything for a few days, and then they announced that he'd passed. And we've had a lot of people ask, and we are absolutely still doing the benefit. This doesn't change anything for what we're doing or how we're doing it. This family is still going to need all the love and support they can get and the help. So you want to tell them how Saturday's going to work? What you got planned?
Well, first, I just want to say for anybody that's watching that may not even be a YouTuber, we have been just over like every day I'm getting 4 and 5 items for the silent auction and live auction. We got a 5-day safari hunt that's worth $15,000.
An African safari hunt.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just been amazing. I last night finished up what I have at my house, not everything, but most of the stuff. and I was up to 83 items already, and I just got 6 or 7 more things today. I have several people meeting us at the place we're having it to bring the stuff that they've said, how about I just, I'll come help you set up or whatever. I would say just for the auction stuff, silent auction, we're probably going to have 200 items, if not more. And we're going to have stuff for the live auction too on top of that. But sure. The way it's working on Saturday, I'm getting there. So Saturday morning, I'm doing registration at the Tater Patch from 9 to 11.
That's in Rolla, Missouri. This is global. Not everybody knows where we're at.
Okay.
Because I'd love for some of these people to come.
You got to let me finish talking. Maybe I was going to say that. Anyways, 9 to 11 is the poker run registration in Rolla, Missouri at the Tater Patch. First bike out will be at 10 a.m. I'm asking everybody to stay on the same route and not do the thing backwards, just so we can kind of, like, the people that are sitting at the stops, I'm going to let them know how many riders I have. So then once they get to that number, they can head and come help me at the Moose Lodge with whatever I need there. But anyway, so it's going to go Tater Patch 9 to 11, and then first bike out at 10. They will go to Sput's Place in Vichy, Missouri. Then there'll be Moreland's in Vienna, Missouri. And then they will go over to Dixon to 28 Shots. And then after that stop, they head on down back to the Moose at Rolla, Missouri for the final stop at the Moose Lodge, which is where everything will happen. From 1 to 7, All Out Dino Drags is coming. They are donating their time for us. They're going to have a donation bucket sitting out there where you can give a donation. You can get up there and race with your friend on your bike. At last bike has to be in by 5. The women of the Moose Lodge are cooking pulled pork, hamburgers, hot dogs, and brats. It's $10, and you get, I think, baked bean, coleslaw, and potato salad with that, and a dessert. They have a special for kids for $5 for 10 and under. But anyways, the food will start at 5. The bartender I think is going to open at 4, a little bit earlier than I said, just because bikes are going to be coming in before 5, hopefully. But then we have the silent auction is going to be going on all day, because I'm going to open the Moose Lodge up at 11:30 for people that may have to go to work or whatever. So the live auction, our silent auction, will end at 6:30, and we'll go directly into the live auction. And then as soon as the live auction's done, we will have the band start playing. So
we've Soundbox is playing, which is a local band, fairly local, and they're really good and stuff. And I get a lot of comments sometimes when we do these things or we do something. Somebody will say, "I'd like to come ride with you sometime." Well, Saturday is your chance. Come ride with us. I'll have stickers. I'm out of poker chips. Come say hi to Firecracker. She's going to be around. I'm going to be around. I can't guarantee any other content creators are going to be there. Dan said he might try and make it. Speaking of which, Dan's in the chat. Hey, Dan, thanks for joining us. And 9 Mills, Matt, I hope you're doing okay. Baggers and Brews is here. My Done Life. So, I know some of you guys are too far away to come ride, but if you want to come ride, we would love to have you. I am hoping that Aiden will hear the roar of all the Harleys from heaven. There's a chance.
Not just Harleys.
All bikes. All bikes.
Thank you.
But, he, we did a parade for him, and he got to see all the bikes and cars and stuff come by. We don't care if you're driving, riding. All vehicles are welcome on the poker run. There's a chance for rain. I am riding no matter what. The chances are like 50% early in the morning or less. And I just would say if it rains on us, then that's going to be Aiden's tears when he sees all the people that turn out to support him on this, I hope. We've had great support from the community. I expect it to be a good time, a big time. But we invite everybody to come hang out with us, spend the day with us doing something that will if you do something like this, it will touch your heart. If Mike Bodine may not be in the chat tonight, but he did this with us last year when we did it for James Pax, and we got to do a parade for James. And he said it was something he would never forget. And, unfortunately, we're not going to get to put a smile on this young man's face now, but we did do a parade for him and and we're going to do everything we can to ease the pain and, try and comfort this family and show them some support and love. So anyway, that's this Saturday, July 30th, Rolla, Missouri. If you're not sure where anything is, or you got any questions, message me, message Firecracker. When we're done, I will pin a comment at the top of the YouTube chat with the link onto Facebook where the event is. You can look through all the discussion. She has posted pictures of all these things that have been donated. While I'm talking about that, for content creators, I just want to give a shout out to a few companies. We'll start with Pig Trail Harley Davidson, because Kyle, we didn't even ask him for a donation. He asked how our last benefit went because he donated that, and we told him it went good. And we're going to do another one. And he said, well, let me know when you're ready, and I'll send you some more gift cards. So Kyle from Pig Trail, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for always supporting these charity events that we're doing and stuff. And then Progressive Suspension had sent me some suspension for a benefit we were doing, and I put a minimum bid on it because I wasn't going to give it away, and it didn't sell. So it's going in this benefit. And then Custom Dynamics is always donating when we're doing benefits. This time, Harley Davidson heard about it. Harley Davidson Corporate, not a local dealer. And they sent us some leather jackets, one for a man, one for a woman. That woman one's going to cost me out the ass. I'm telling you, she looks really good in it. So I'm going to have to dig deep. Hi, Donnie and Lily. They're in the chat. Steve Bates, man, thanks for joining us. And Josh. So anyway, just, lots of support from other companies. I've got some stuff that's supposed to be in the mail from TCMT Moto, things like that. But we've had great support from local businesses and everybody, and anybody that's seen this that's donated, we thank you. I couldn't name the 100 places that have donated. The people that have donated, we've collected over
$3,000
over $3,000 in cash donations already before we got started. So now we'll jump into events. I think probably the next event, August 6th, we're going to try and make it to the Shindig at Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson on Saturday. We may even go up and spend Friday night up at the lake or something and hang out up there, and then do the Shindig on Saturday. Hey, Will, how you doing, man? Will's out. Will's in Vegas. No, Lloyd's in Vegas too. Hey, Will, Lloyd, you guys are in the same city. So, Lloyd, you ain't got your Harley with you. You probably can't go hang out with Will because I don't think he's got anything but a bike. But he might be hanging out at a casino or something somewhere. You never know. But back to the events that are coming up. On the 6th of August, Shindig at Lake of the Ozarks Harley Davidson. We're going to try and make that. And then I think probably the next official thing we have will be Shovel Fest, which will be early September, but I haven't seen a date on that yet. I have to get with the Purdy's. And Shovel Fest is a bike show, little mini rally. It's a good time. It's a little one-day thing here local, but it's a really fun time. We have a lot of fun there, and all the money from that goes to Camp Hope, which helps kids. And then after that, we will be at Bike Fest. We will be getting to Bike Fest Thursday morning. First night stay is Thursday night, right?
Yep.
So Thursday morning, we will get to the tree houses at Bike Fest. There's Eric and Steve. We'll see you at Bike Fest, and Jerry and all you guys there. And several people are going to be there. And hey, Brad from Alabama. And so at Bike Fest this year, we'll be hanging out, but I'm going to do the meet and greet thing like I did last year at the Ice Hole. That's going to be on Saturday at 11 a.m. And I'm kind of excited because I decided I wanted to do something more for everybody that comes to the event and stuff. So I know River Bluff Baggers are going to be there, Ozark HDs, Windroad Therapy, the Badgers, Bert the Biker Dog, Firecracker on Two Wheels is going to make an appearance. And instead of just, last year we gave out stickers and stuff, but I wanted to do something more this year for everybody that comes out. So I've reached out to some companies to be sponsors and make donations that I have stuff that I can give away. So Custom Dynamics has already sent me $100 gift card, some socks, a hat, some koozies. I have some stuff coming, and I haven't put this on Facebook, so you guys are hearing it here first. Clockworks is on board to be a sponsor for the meet and greet. They're going to send us a sign and some other Shineworks, cleaning products and things like that. And then I think, Law Tigers is going to do something. And then I've got Butler Maps sending some of their free some of their maps to us. Their maps are normally $15 a piece. They're a waterproof map that's designed specifically for like motorcycle riding and stuff. I haven't got to check one out yet, so I'm going to be doing it. Jerry says I will be hungover. That's early, 11 a.m. Well, Jerry, the way to get over that is to get under that. So just come on over.
Hang out with me.
Just come on over to the ice hole and get you a drink, and just don't get over it at all. Then you won't be hungover.
She makes good Bloody Marys.
Oh, yeah. The Ice Hole's a great bar. Good friends of ours. And I want to thank them for letting us have this event there again this year. I'm working on some more sponsors. I've got a Facebook event for that I've been posting stuff in when I know what we're getting and stuff. So if you do Facebook, follow Riding in the Ozarks, and you'll see my post on that stuff. I'm hoping I can get some more donations, and we can have some really cool stuff to give away. Firecracker didn't sleep well. She's been worried about what she's going to say at the benefit because she knows she'll have to do a speech. So she was out in the middle of the night last night and was
I want to do a speech.
Well, but yeah, she's got to say a few words. And so she got in the middle of the night last night and worked our speech because she couldn't sleep. So that's why she's over here yawning. It's not that I'm boring her or that you guys are boring her. Trust me. So what's our next event after Bike Fest? It's local here. Do you remember?
Frogs and Hogs.
Frogs and Hogs, the weekend after Bike Fest. And that's going to be at Waynesville, Missouri. It's their first year doing it. I think they're having some kind of like national eating contest going on. And if things work out, I think the Five Dirty Bikers are going to be back for that. So they'll be down there. We're going to go hang out. It's close for us. They'll give us a weekend home because September and October is busy. So after Frogs and Hogs, where's our next stop?
Stubborn American.
Stubborn American. Oh, I just thought she was going to flash your boobs. So, yeah, we'll be going down to K River and hanging out with a lot of content creators and Adam Sandoval there and having a good time. So that's the last weekend, 1st of October. We'll be down there for that. And then the next stop is
Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue.
Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. She's not very enthused tonight. I think she's tired. So, yeah, we'll be at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, and we'll be staying in Eureka Springs. We'll be running all over the country, but our rooms are in Eureka Springs. So we'll be hanging out at the Cat House a lot, be hanging out at Switchback a lot. I'm sure those are some of our favorite hangouts and stuff, but we'll have to definitely head over to Pig Trail sometime and see what all is going over there at Pig Trail Harley Davidson. If you haven't seen the post, I know Steve Bates reached out to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, and they responded, but they've started to put out a little bit of information. They've got their band lineup. They said where the bands were going to be. I haven't seen anything on the bike show yet, but they have an official hotel that you can Embassy Suites and stuff. She wasn't even at my house last night, Will. She's got her daughter at her house full time these days. So did I mention Shovel Fest at Stony Hill, Missouri at Purdy's?
Well, we hadn't seen when it was.
I did mention it, but I have not seen an official post from them on what date it's going to be. But yes, early September before Bike Fest is usually Shovel Fest, and we plan on being there. So after Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, I don't know that we have anything official yet. We were looking at a few dates on something. There was something else in October, I remember. Oh, there's some races in the Osho.
Saves it.
Well, it looks like it saves it. Looks like we're back. Can you guys hear us now? We're not on the phone. The internet came back up. We literally lost internet. I don't know if we lost power or what all happened, but I think we're back. Somebody in the chat, tell me if you can hear my big mouth talking. You're back. All right. Well, we lost about half the people, but that's okay. Maybe some of them will come back and check on us now. There's Evil Rick. So, Joe, I'm going to try and put a calendar thing or put something on like the Facebook page where you can see the events we're going to be attending. I'll work on coming up with something for that. There's Mr. Mike Bowman. I think we'll see him on Saturday, I hope. I know he was going to try and make it. And, but yeah, we were talking about after Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. So I don't know. Can y'all hear that? My Amazon deal, my Echo Dot's talking to me. So sure thing, he says. So we'll see you, Mike, at the Tater Patch. If you don't know where that's at, just message me and we'll make sure you know where to hook up at. But I guess we'll have to see what October holds. I was kind of hoping we'd get invited to the High Seas Rally, but nobody's offered to buy our room yet for that. You know which one that is, don't you? That's the Adam Sandoval and Her Two Wheels and some other bike builders and stuff are all going to be on a cruise ship. And that's late October.
We do know something at the end of October.
What's that? Oh, what is it?
The thing I haven't announced yet.
Oh, is that when you're going to for sure have it?
The guys, that's when he's got it set up.
So the little boy we did the benefit for last year is not doing well, and they're doing a trivia night in late October. I don't know if there'll be any motorcycle stuff, but we're going to try and do a silent auction during the day, and then they're doing a trivia night that night. He's already rented a place. So we're going to just see if we can come up with a few things to help chip in and do something for that little boy again.
It's not going to be a few things. I'm just just to explain, his cancers went to his spine and he's got some broken spots and things like that. He's in a lot of pain. And so I told his mom that after I got done with this one, even though I said one a year is enough, I just felt I had to. And so I told Mike, I'm going to at least do something. So I let the mom know, and a gentleman contacted me that said he was going to try to put a trivia night together and said if you want to do it at the same time, we can work together. So me and some of the ladies that always help me are planning on getting something together. So, of course, I'm a sucker. I can't help it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting to help kids with cancer and their families. Nothing wrong with that at all, baby. So, all right. Do you have anything else you wanted to tell them about? No, they're good. And then we have the toy run, first Sunday in November. Toy run. If you're in the Central Missouri area, that goes from Montgomery City to Herman. I'm sure 87 Ricer will be there. But that is a really big toy run as far as like around here, 200 to 300 people. Can you talk about Blues and Barbecue and where it's going to be at? And is it going to be in Eureka Springs or Rogers? Well, Kevin, the official location is actually Rogers. We will be hanging out in Eureka Springs. There's always stuff going on in Eureka Springs. Last year, the Harley Davidson dealer, Pig Trail, they have a location in both cities. The big one is in Rogers, but they have a few things in Eureka Springs going on, and they did stuff there during Spring Fling, and I expect them to do stuff there during Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. But the official stuff is Rogers. Now, I have seen a list of bands from them. I know Pig Trail Harley Davidson has a bunch of stuff going on. The dates for that, if you don't have that, I'll pull that up right quick.
If you just pull up the calendar, I can tell you when it is.
I'm just going to pull up the event because then I can maybe share that in the chat. October 5th through the 8th is the official dates. That's Pig Trails event. The other day they did post, like I said, bands, and they are down in Rogers. What else? I don't think there's still not a ton of information about, like, where they're going to have the bike show at, things like that. But they've announced it, and it's going to take place at the Butterfield Stage at the Rail Yard Live in downtown Rogers for the music. That starts on Thursday, October 6th. They have bands from 4 p.m. on the 6th, 3 p.m. and on the 7th, and 2 p.m. on Saturday at that location. And they should have a bike show somewhere, but they have not announced that yet. So I can't give you a lot more information than that because they have not given us a lot more information than that. We'll be there either way. We went when they didn't have the rally officially, and we still had a great time. Kyle will have stuff going on at the Harley dealerships. We're going to ride the Pig Trail. We're going to do all the things we love to do. Hang out Switchback, hang out at Cat House, hang out with Jeff and Andy and Carrie and Angela, and have a great time. So I wished I had more information for you than that, but that is about all I really know that I can talk about. And I don't really have anything I can't talk about because they really haven't given me a lot of info. So, hi, beautiful, Deb says. You think she's talking to me or you?
You.
Right. Ha ha. Bigger and better, the Cat House says. Looky there. Cat House is in the house. So, Jeff, if you've got any inside information that you can share. They were asking about Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, and I told them, we're going to hang out in Eureka Springs a lot. Official location is Rogers, but I'm sure there's going to be stuff going on in all locations all over Northwest Arkansas. And then let's see, 87 said, I had the motorcycle shop in Rosebud do a combo over on my Softail. Got it back on Monday. They do an awesome job getting my back right and looked over it for me. Yep. J&R Max there is good stuff. And Kristen says, Jeff, you are the man. Which we all know. If you guys didn't know, man, Jeff's like a superstar now. He's in an Adam Sandoval video this week, riding his hot rod. Kyle is going all out, Jeff says. I bet Kyle's not the only one going all out. I bet the Cat House has got some stuff going on too. I know Jeff, he's going to do everything he can do to make sure the bikers in Eureka Springs have a good time. Switchback. Yep. Switchback will have stuff going on too. I'm sure they'll have a ride or a poker run or something going on. Comb over, not combo. Comb over. So, let's see. Anything anybody else want to talk about related to events or have any questions about events that we have not given you enough information? I don't know. Me and Jeff need to talk about what's on the agenda for Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, because I want to make sure that I know we're going to hang out there sometime, and when we hang out there, I want to make sure I let everybody know where to find us at, where we're going to be hanging out and doing stuff and whatnot, so they can come visit and have a drink, say hi, get a sticker, all that kind of good stuff. So I guess nobody's asking no questions about events. So I guess let's talk about my Harley Davidson video this week. If any of you guys watched that, I had some.
I step out.
You got stuff to go do? Yeah, everybody tell Firecracker goodbye. She's going to go work on, benefit stuff. She's got stuff to get ready for that still. Tomorrow night, we're going to start setting the Moose Hall up. Cat House says, I got you guys. Always. We know you take care of us, Jeff. All right. Bye, babe.
Bye.
All right. Bowman says, Bike Fest, Eureka Springs weekend after Bike Fest. So yeah, Jeff, I don't, if you want to get in on the stream, I can get you in on the stream. Let me know and I'll send you a message, send you a link. But I do know that, yeah, there is a Bike Fest in Eureka Springs the weekend after Bike Fest at Lake of the Ozarks, which should be like the 23rd, something like that. I think that sounds right. Switchback Bar, I know, posted something about it. I saw. See if I can find the dates on that. September 22nd to the 25th, Bike Fest, Eureka Springs. Put you on. All right, buddy. Let me get you a link here. I will get you a link and we'll put you on. There you go, Cat House. Click that link, get in the background, and we'll put you on the stream, and you can tell us all about everything you got going on in Northwest Arkansas between now and the snow coming. I don't know if you guys get a lot of snow down there. We get a little bit here. But I do know what I saw from the switchback while we wait on Jeff to get in. Said live music, cold beer, bike show, poker run, vendors, and more for Bike Fest at Eureka Springs. Does anyone go to MMM in Mountain View, Arkansas? I can't say I have been to that. Do you have a date for that, Evil Rick? I'm going to have to go back and look at my calendar and see what all else is going on. I know early September, maybe around the 10th, also West 60 Cycles in Neosho, Missouri has a party going on. They'll have Framing the Red play in there that night. But I think that's also the same time we have Shovel Fest, unless Shovel Fest changes their dates. Yeah, September 10th at West 60 Cycles in Neosho, Missouri, which is down toward Northwest Arkansas. It's before the Ozarks, so MMM. I don't have a date for that. I'll have to look for it. But they'll have Framing the Red playing. There'll be a band. Framing the Red's the band. They are a great band. I had them at the Freedom Rally, and they put on an awesome show, so they will be there. I'm still watching for Jeff to get in. Kevin says, I met you and Firecracker down at Turner Bend last year. I really like your program. Well, thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you tuning in and supporting the channel. 8/19 to 8/21. So that's in August. That might be something we can do. I'm going to see if I can find a Facebook event for that or anything. There's Jeff. I'm going to get you in, Jeff. Hey.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, bro?
Man, good to see you.
Yeah, I've been up there with our goofy friend in the mountains of Colorado. I just got back, man.
Are you home now?
Yeah, I'm in Eureka Springs. I just got here yesterday.
Awesome. That was fun watching you ride your hot rod around with Adam in Colorado.
It was a blast, bro. It really was. I'll tell you, I haven't been up there. I've been to some of those places in years, man. We went up to Estes Park where Mike Ballard has the new Full Throttle Saloon. It's a very small place, but it was great. I mean, the weather was perfect. We went to a place called Dirty Dogs, man. If you're ever out there, me and you are going, bro. Me, you, and Firecracker and Angela will have a blast, man. Great place, man.
My daughter goes off to college in like 3 weeks, so I'll have an empty nest. But that's part of why my summer has been so crazy and so busy and why we haven't got to come back and see you yet.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, so I just wanted to get out there. I know, man, and there hasn't been a lot of stuff going on about Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue and stuff like that, but Kyle and us have never ever not had a Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. It just might have been under a different name for the years and the one COVID year that they stopped it or whatever. But they've got their stuff together, and you know, Mike, man, that rally's been around 20 years. I mean, I used to go there when the barbecue at the fairgrounds was the ticket. I think it's still going to be that way. I mean, it's just a great rally. It's the number one charity, or number 3. We've been down this path before, and they're really going out. They've announced some of the bands that are playing. Rogers is going to be the host. Kyle is really going to be, because of his 2 locations, a big part of the party. He has really pulled all the plugs. He's bringing in the stunt riders. He's got shows going on, bringing in all the vendors. I'm pretty sure the demo truck's here for that. In fact, I know it is. A lot of the bigger vendors are going to be here that that missed that opportunity for a couple of years. Of course, we're going to have a huge party like we always have. Andy and Carrie at Switchback are going to be there. Art's Place in Fayetteville, you know what I mean? And some people want to throw Fayetteville underneath the bus when, you know, Mike, it wasn't really Fayetteville. There were some contracts. Fayetteville kind of missed that money, but they ran their mouths a little bit. But and
it's not the businesses in Fayetteville. You know, it's not the small businesses. They aren't the ones that pushed it out. It was politics and the hospital and the university and all them that kind of pulled the strings out from under them last year. And people were upset at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue for canceling last year, but he didn't really have a choice. An event this size, you can't move it on a dime. It's like a great big old cruise ship. This thing's a slow turning boat. I do a small rally of 1,000 people, you know, and we spend all year planning for it and getting ready for it. And I know how much work it is for our small rally. I could not imagine how much work Tommy puts into this thing and Kyle puts into it and everybody else. And when things change 3 weeks before, you can't just up and move it and have the same kind of rally that people are expecting and are used to having.
No, well, and I don't think, with the thing that we went through in 2019, I'm just going to say it now. I don't think it should be a dirty word. In the beginning of COVID, there was just a lot of things going on, a lot of things. People made mistakes and people didn't. And, it was a different time than, I'm 57 years old. In my lifetime, I've never really dealt with something like that. So, people maybe regretted some decisions, some things happened or whatever. But yeah, you're right on all those. The hospital and Arkansas is a very small place, but it has got good people in it. And you got a very small group, the head of the hospital, the head of the university that decided, that it might be better to stop this thing. And I think those are the forces that played out. But the thing is that for our businesses that survived through all that catastrophe, I mean, we count on you, and we love our customers. We do anything it takes to maintain that relationship with the people that we cherish the most. And I hope we have done everything to be good stewards of that. You know what I mean? We left the politics out of that. You know how I am, Mike. I don't play that politics shit one way or another. I mean, to me, it's bikes, blues, and AIDS, or boobs, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I've been doing this forever. I never heard about politics talked so much about in the kind of establishments that I've been around. I think it's kind of played out. You know what I mean? I like to have fun. I like to sit there and have a drink with you and Firecracker, man. We talk about bikes, you know what I mean? Or, a charity event we're going to do about things that matter in this people's world. I don't give a shit what they're doing up there on some hill. It's not going to dictate what I do anyways. You know what I mean?
I'm on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
I think that's why we're all in this lifestyle. And I don't want to tread on another man's toes, man. We're very respectful of how we treat people. You know what I mean? I think you have to burn that bridge on your own. But Kyle with Harley Davidson's been great. Law Tigers is going to be there. I mean, they're going to come out of the woodworks. There's the stunt riders are coming, like I said. Indian's going to come out, and I think they're going to go bigger because, I mean, that's one of their biggest events up here. I know it's their biggest event. There's just, I mean, everybody that kind of maybe played one side or the other and didn't do as much or didn't expect as much because, bro, you were up here during those 2 that we had. I mean, they were some of the biggest parties Eureka's ever had. Eureka grew in numbers the 2 years that they were closed. So, I mean, it was beneficial to us. And the thing about, if we can get the people in the seats here and show them the kind of environment we have in the roads and the restaurants and the friendly people up here, this place sells itself. We don't, and it's not like we're trying to sell. We're just trying to turn people on to what made this place so special to us.
Absolutely. We came down, and I talked about it in the video for Spring Fling about I've never seen such a small town so well prepared to take on such a huge influx of tourism. And that's what
Yeah.
it boils down to. Whether it's the Corvette weekend or the bike weekend or whatever we throw at Eureka Springs, they are looking to handle it. They're looking to host tourism, to bring people in there and show them a good time. And we had a great time, down there at Spring Fling. Absolutely wonderful. And I've been coming for years, and the riding is great. Hanging out with you guys and Andy and Carrie and Angela's great. And I've been down on Dixon Street with my friends and stuff, and we had a good time down there too. And I'm sorry that that's not going to be the same environment that it used to be, but that's life, and we move on and just find us a new place to have a good time at.
But I'm telling you, bro, I mean, even because it's Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, and because I've done it every year, I mean, I'm going to go to George's. It's right in the middle of Dixon Street. It's right down there. One of the best music venues, one of the best restaurants down there, a great bar. You know what I mean? And those guys have always, they're what made Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. They're one of the entities. So I'm still going to go down there and have my little ziti and sauce and bread down there. You know what I mean? I do it on Friday mornings. They're great people. Again, you drive right up the street from there. There's Art's Place. Not the best. Cat House has the best hamburgers, but the most reasonably best hamburger in Arkansas.
Yeah, they got
great people.
We'll say they got the best hamburger in Fayetteville. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. Well, they do a killer breakfast too. Angela said something.
Yeah, we as it stands right now are going to probably get into town Thursday morning. We're staying in Eureka Springs all weekend. We've got rooms at a motel, and we've got a bunch of friends who are staying at the same motel. So you met some of my friends that were down there with us for Spring Fling, Ray and Bill and stuff, and they're all coming back. Ray was. Yeah, I knew Ray was in town, but I think Bill's working. But yeah,
here with the girlfriend, they were at the lake all day. And some people forget about that. We're in between two of the greatest lakes. I know you guys are big on Lake of the Ozarks bike thing up there, Bike Fest or whatever. We're gonna try to make it up there to see you guys this year. But we're also in between some of the best lakes in the country. We're right in between Table Rock, and we're right down the street from Beaver Lake. And I think you guys we got you down there. It overlooked Beaver Lake.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Most beautiful waterways in the country. The lakes are beautiful this year. We're a little dry. The golf course is looking a little brown this year, but it's been hot. But the thing about
really hot.
It might help us this year, Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue being that week later, because from what I understand from the weatherman, we're going to have a long summer this year. It could go all the way into January. So the weather's going to be great. That it looks like in October. Adam's got his event the weekend before. Yeah, Andy and Carrie have put together this thing called Eureka Bike Fest the weekend before that. You got Jeep Jam up here before that. I mean, the Ozarks Mountains at the end of September all the way into October. I mean, the Midwest is becoming a hot spot for motorcycle and just activity. I mean, we've got a lot of guys out here bringing together some quality stuff.
Yeah, the new Ozark Mountain Jamboree or Rumble in the Ozarks in the spring. That happens right before. Well, he's going to move that to middle of June now. He had it before Labor Day or before Memorial Day weekend last year, and I couldn't go because we do our rally on Memorial Day weekend, so I'm prepping everything that weekend. But now I might be able to go because he's going to move it to middle of June. So we have, the Freedom Rally, then we have that rally, and it's just, I mean, there is stuff popping up everywhere. People talk about, are you going to come to this or come to that? And I'm like, I got so much stuff right here in the Midwest. I can burn all my vacation time and not leave a state that borders Missouri. I mean.
And the thing about it, I mean, and we tell people all the time, I got some people today. So we got some people today from South Dakota. We got two couples. We had some people from Georgia today. We have some people from Iowa. So there's these people riding in longer distance rides because of these M8s. You can put miles on, you know what I mean? And you're comfortable, and it's people my age. I mean, we're getting people that are coming through just for a day or a night. So, I mean, it's all good for us. We love it. We love having you. You're doing a great job. And as soon as you get stuff, I think we should plan something with y'all because you do a great job of putting our message on there. And I didn't get a chance to share that through all the clicks that we're in, but we'll do that next time. I'll get Kyle, see if we can get a minute with him. I think it'll be prudent for everybody, and we'll get Andy on here and stuff, and we'll get together and have a little, whenever you can schedule, I'll get all those people together and we'll do that for you. Okay.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. And for guys who maybe you're watching that haven't been to the cat house, you need to go. I mean, the guy you're seeing right here on the screen, this is what he's like when you're in his bar. He treats you the same way. I just mentioned Ray, and he's like, yeah, they're here today. I didn't know they went to the cat house, but I knew they were at the Arkansas, her and her friend. But they're friends of mine. I introduced them, and they'd gone to the cat house before, but he knows them by name. If I say Ray, he knows who I'm talking about. He didn't forget her. It wasn't just another face in his bar. He makes it a point to know his customers, to remember his customers. They matter to him. They're not just nameless faces that walk through there. They are become his friends, and he treats everybody like his friend. And I mean, it's part of why we love hanging out at the cat house.
Hey,
Angela and Jeff are great hosts.
We try, and listen, we're just normal people. I mean, we enjoy what we do, and we're very prideful, and we like that. We enjoy the lifestyle that we create, and we're blessed with a very good staff that is that we feel like it's the best in town, and we're very short-handed right now, but they're killing it. It's been very hot, man. I just came from there. It's very hot outside, but I'm telling you, I mean, the ambiance there was incredible. I loved it. After coming from Colorado, where it's a little doggy in Colorado, they'll run you over there. You get wrong way on the sideway, on the freeway or whatever. But coming home to Arkansas and being with just good Southern folks, I mean, it's just a blast, man. We love it.
Well, if you guys do get to make it to Bike Fest this year, make sure you let me know where you're going to be or when you're going to get there.
I promise you, bro, I'm going to let you know, man. We're going to have to pull up and have the cocktails and firecracker. I want to see Mrs. Badger up there too. I mean, she's always fun to hang out with. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, you guys are a fun crowd, man. You know what I mean?
I know. We've got a meet and greet planned on Saturday from 11 to 1 at a bar called the Ice Hole that a friend of mine owns. It's a little small bar, but they make frozen drinks, which on a hot day is perfect. I mean, they have beer and whiskey too, but her specialty is frozen drinks and stuff, and they always let me use their bar to host that. So it's a good time, and they're kind of off the strip in a parking lot behind the strip, so there's usually not too bad with traffic, and you can find a place to park, and it's going to be a good time.
Sounds good, man. Hey, so you take care, man. I'm going to grab some dinner.
All right. Tell Angela I said hi.
I will.
We'll see you guys.
Hey, be good. We'll get that together. I'll get with everybody, and we'll blast something out with you, okay?
Be great. Thank you,
Thanks
Jeff. Thanks for stepping
bye-bye.
in. All right. So I guess who all in the chat here watched my video about the Harley Davidson? What the hell are they doing to the 2022 touring models with this brake fix? I don't know if anybody wants to get in and talk about it with me, or if you just want me to talk about it, or if you want to put your questions or comments in the chat. I had a few people say I had one guy, at least one guy, who said I was just, getting people worked up over nothing. It was no big deal. And I was, exaggerating this and and it was just a rubber hose with 2 zip ties. But, the fact remains, I don't think you put a slit rubber hose and 2 zip ties over a brake fitting for no reason at all. And some people said, oh, it's to keep it from, somebody getting cut or scratched. There's a jagged piece of metal maybe or edge or something. It's to make some bureaucrat with the National Safety and Traffic Administration happy or something else. But, the way I see it, I have not been able to find it on any bike sold before the plant closure, and it just started showing up on bikes in the shipment in the last month. So maybe it's not related to the plant closure at all. Might not have anything to do with it, but it's a big coincidence. It just started after the plant closure. The first person who sent me a picture sent to me because a dealer told them that this was the fix for a faulty brake component. Now I don't get that. I mean, would you say it's a fix for a faulty brake component if it's just to keep it from wearing the paint? And if you look, there's in one of the pictures, you can tell that it's I think a Street Glide ST. And I think the fender shape on that's a little different, a little higher cut, and which I had not noticed before until that detailed picture, but I need to look at that. But, you know, it doesn't look to me like it'll rub, and it doesn't. And rubbing doesn't make sense why you would put it on the top fitting, which is way away from any metal surface or painted surfaces. So, you know, I wasn't trying to put that video out and, you know, just get clicks or, you know, I thought about not putting it out, but I didn't want people, if it came out later or somebody said, well, I sent this to Riding in the Ozark, but he didn't say anything about it. I want people to think I sold out to Harley Davidson and I wasn't willing to call them out on something either, just because they reached out to me and donated to the benefit. You know, I mean, my loyalty lies to myself and to my integrity. And if I think there's something that you guys need to know, I'm going to put it out there. I said I didn't know what it was for, but if that's really a fix for a brake problem, you know, you need to know that before you decide if you want to buy the bike or not. You know, that's the repair fix. You know, if I didn't say anything and then there's a recall a year from now on brake components or whatever else, because there had been some accidents or something else, I would feel bad. I would have to live with that. And I decided that wasn't something I wanted to do. So doing what I do, and that's share information about what I know and what I get. And I try to do it in a way that I don't think is biased one way or the other, as much as I can help. You know, I'm human. So I just do the best I can do with it. Yeah, I don't think it looks like a very good fix for whatever it's fixing, but it is what it is. All right, guys, anything else you want to talk about? Any other questions? Yeah, YouTube is free. They can start their own channel. Yeah, it's a lot easier to be a critic of someone else. I'm going to tell you, starting a channel and growing a channel, you know, is a lot of work. I got a notice from YouTube in my email this week said that I had uploaded 400 videos, and that's 400 videos in less than 3 years, because I started this like in October. So, yeah, we're talking 30 months. So I don't know. I have to go back and figure how many weeks that is, but the reality is it's, you know, probably almost 2 videos a week on average, close to it. Mac, any update? No update from Harley Davidson on the brake line, if that's what. Oh, BBB and BBBQ location. We just had a big discussion with Jeff from the Cat House about all that. He's going to try and get Kyle and maybe Tommy and whoever else he can get, Andy from the Switchback and himself, all on a stream, and we'll talk about BBB and stuff like that. I can tell you, we talked about earlier, the location is Rogers. They have posted that on Facebook. I assume it's on their website, but Rogers is the location. The rail yard is where we're going to have bands at on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Rogers. And they have not announced any other official events or anything else for BBB. But I know Pig Trail Harley Davidson, Jeff just told us, is going to have stunt riders. They're going to have the demo truck. They're going to have a bunch of their stuff going on, a bunch of vendors like always. So, you know, the location officially is Rogers. We're going to be hanging out in Eureka Springs a lot. So thank you, 87 Ricer. That on BBB, it sounds like Jeff's going to try and get me hooked up with some of the local people down there, and we'll get some more information out about that as soon as he can get them wrangled up, and we'll schedule that. But I'd say I'll try and get that maybe in the next couple of weeks, schedule live if we can find a date and time that works for all of them and put everybody together. Yeah, Cycle Fist still shows Fayetteville. Well, that's wrong. That, I can tell you, is wrong. I guess, there's another event we did not talk about earlier. I'll save it for the loyal ones that are still here. Next year, I got to put a page together, put some stuff together about it. We've got a date and a place, and we're going to do a moto camp out. So last weekend of June, we're going to moto camp at Big Rock Candy Mountain Campground in Jadwood, Missouri, which is where we went moto camping a couple of weeks ago at. We went there earlier this month, and they have a saltwater pool, shower houses, cabins, primitive tent camping, RV hookups, a full restaurant and bar on site. And we're going to moto camp there. And on Saturday, we're going to do a ride. We're going to do a group ride. And we're going to go to Licking, Missouri, which is not that far away. That's where we'll officially start the ride for anybody that's local that wants to show up that isn't camping. But we're going to do a ride on Saturday called the Licking Uranus Ride. So we might get some T-shirts or patches or something made up that says "I survived Licking Uranus 2023," and we'll ride from Licking, Missouri, about 50 miles, 60 miles over to Uranus. Uranus is kind of a neat little tourist stop. They've got fudge there. You can get your fudge packed at Uranus, and they have a lot of other jokes and things and fun stuff going on there. And so we thought that'd just be a fun ride to ride over there and back. For those of us staying at the campground, it'll probably end up being about 150-mile loop total. And so that'll be a fun thing to do on Saturday, and then come back and hang out at the campground, eat dinner, build us a fire, and sit around the fire and tell stories and shoot the shit and talk motorcycles, because that's always a good time. Have a drink or two, maybe 3 for camping. So that will be coming in late June next year. So just so you know, mark that on your calendar. More details to come, but it'll be the last weekend in June, and it'll be at Big Rock Candy Mountain, and he is going to give me a discount code, so you can call up and make your reservations, and I think we're going to save 10% using my code and things like that. I'm working on trying to get that ironed out and figured out before Bike Fest in September gets here, because once that gets here, I'm going to be really busy. I do not have any idea what vendors will be at Pig Trail Harley Davidson yet. Kyle might be able to answer that question when we get him on the live stream. When I get that scheduled, I'll make sure I put out a post asking for specific questions people want the answers to, but I'll make note of what vendors are going to be there. A few years ago, before the whole COVID thing, he had JP Cycles there and some other big vendors, Custom Dynamics, Reinhardt Exhaust, I think, some big names will be there. And there were some vendors there last year, but not as much as there was pre-COVID. Evil Rick, it'd be a great time. We decided to do it before the 4th of July, just because the temperatures really start clicking up in July. And it was pretty hot when we did it this time. So we thought a couple of weeks earlier would be better, but it'd be warm enough to float if people want to go floating on Friday or use the pool. And to be honest, we have the Freedom Rally on Memorial Day weekend, so we need a couple of weeks to recoup before we go jump into another event. We'll need a couple of weeks to make sure we have everything lined out and ready for that event. So calendar's getting busy. I never dreamed, but it's going to be fun. I want to hang out with people who support the channel. That's what the meet and greets back about, and doing, giving some stuff away and stuff like that at Bike Fest. It's nice to meet you guys and hang out with you. And, the sponsorship thing, getting some vendors to sponsor the event was just so I could have something to give you guys as a way of saying thanks for all your support. I will keep you informed. I will be pumping it, but that's 11 months away. So we got lots of time, but I just thought I'd tell you so you can mark out the last week of June on your calendar and know that it's going to be coming. Ray talked to the place and they said we could do it. So I'm going to see, maybe I can get a band to play or something else. Date is set for Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival 2023. It's way over there, about 7 hours, but absolute blast in the spring. Yeah, I haven't looked to see when their date is. I hope it doesn't step on the same campground weekend as mine, but I don't know when I'm going to get to go to the Tennessee Motorcycle Festival. I understand it's a good time. I just, for a few more years, I only get so much vacation time. Mike, you got the dates on that motorcycle and music revival? I'm trying to look them up. for next year. Oh, that looks like let's see, that was in May, so it's probably going to be early enough. It's not going to step on the June camp out. We met at the Ozarks last year. My friend and I introduced you, Shadow, to having heat problems. This year is kind of iffy. Yeah, yeah, we met up at Bike Fest, I believe, while Christiana was playing, and you were up there just outside the fence. Looks like, I don't know if they have, I'm looking for schedule of events here. Dates, yeah, May 18th to the 21st, 2023. So I don't know if we can make that happen before Buckhorn because I'm chairman this year, but we'll see what we can do, Mike. We'll stay in touch. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Well, if anybody else wants to get in, I'll throw a link out there. If not, if nobody else wants to get in, you guys don't have any other questions, then we'll wrap this thing up pretty quick. But I'll put the link out there in case somebody else wants to get in and talk motorcycles or something else, events. So thanks for the info. You're welcome, Joe. Anytime you're worried about events, you just let me know. We'll be in touch. Just send me a message. The Bishop sent you a poker chip and a sticker, and that was cool. I didn't think I would be into collecting poker chips, but honestly, I believe I'm going to start collecting them. Just feels right to me now. You know, I collect poker chips a little bit, but I was never like a fanatic about it. I mean, I collected some, and then, I found like giving them to kids and things like that, they really enjoyed that. You give them a poker chip for something. So I got to get some poker chips ordered before Bike Fest to hand out for the channel. So, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to shut this thing down, get some dinner, and get some work done. I got to work on video for 5 Dirty Bikers. I got to work on lots of videos. I think, a package coming from Clockworks tomorrow. If you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram and you do those platforms, make sure you check me out over there as well, because I will post pictures over there of things or share events or things like that over there that are not so easy to do on YouTube. So we'll see you guys in the next one, and I'll try and have a video out for you before the weekend, but I will probably do a live at some point on Saturday. Definitely doing them on Facebook and Instagram some, but I'm going to try and do maybe one on YouTube as well while we're there at the event for Aiden. Again, anybody has any questions or anything else, let me know, but we'd love to see as many of you as you can on the 30th. See you later. Be bad, or at least don't get caught being good. I hear you. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to shut this thing down, and we will see you guys later.